one of the most political decisions in pro bodybuilding that I didn't want the Olympia 97. It had barely to do with my back development. I didn't show up like Dorian with almost 8 torn muscles, with quad tears, 6 quad tears, with a hip tear, with biceps and a tricep tear, and then he still won with a perfect score. I said once in an interview that my back would need some improvement, and because I thought it had to get harder at that time. And so everybody jumped on that issue that Nasser was even saying by himself that his back is not good enough. And then I heard the Olympia 97, yes, Nasser looked good, but Dorian beat him from the back. So the thing is, the answer is, didn't I beat him from the front and from the side and from the other side? Besides that, from the back you see also the shoulders and the legs. To me, today, this was just a made-up story to put me in second and to make me shut up. But again, I feel robbed in 97, and it didn't have anything to do with my back, not whatsoever. When I went back to the hotel room, actually, guys, again, to tell you the truth, I was actually crying because on stage I didn't want to cry because I felt one of the other reasons was, again, that I wasn't the NPC athlete. Dorian wasn't either, but at least he had a good connection to a lot of NPC people, and which are also major people in the IFBB. So it works always good out if you know people and you talk to people and you invite people to your house and make your phone calls. And I was never one of these guys who did that, and I didn't do it today. When you have obviously such a damaged body, you know, and you're still winning for perfect score with messed up and torn muscles, this is very questionable, you know, how the sport can continue existing with such kind of strangeness.
I thought I came in better shape. So as me and you talked about before, I thought I was a little bit off in 98. In 99, I actually came in 17 pounds heavier and in better shape. Ronnie wasn't as sharp as he was in 98. He beat me by 1 point in 98. So I'm like, damn, I got him. Came in 17 pounds heavier. I was actually in better shape. I'm like, I got him. That got to be a 1 point difference I got. What made it obvious is, I mean, he actually won by a perfect score that night. And I was like, wait a minute, you know, how do you perfect score me when I came in better shape than you? And I was 17 pounds heavier. I'm like, okay, 1 point decision again, but for it being a perfect score. So that's why I took off my medallions out of no respect for Ronnie. Everybody knows how close me and Ronnie are. No, I'm not allowing you to say I'm a loser. You know, I'm not putting these around my neck like I'm a loser, man. I'm a winner. So I took them off and like, these represent number 2, you know, I represent number 1. Said, okay, you know, this title isn't for me to win. You know, that door is closed, and you know, he's a champion now.
I went into the Mr. Olympia every year thinking I was going to win. I never had a doubt. He was an obstacle for, I was trying to be the best in the world. You know, and Ronnie was standing in my way. So every year it was a battle against Ronnie Coleman. I didn't give a shit about anyone else but Ronnie Coleman because I knew that was the only guy that could possibly beat me.
2001, a lot of people thought Jay Cutler had beaten him, and he beat him based on the dryness and the hardness of his frame. But the judges saw it differently, that Ronnie Coleman was just too big and too muscular.
When I landed that second place in 2001, I was highly disappointed, even though I may not have shown it on stage, because I put a lot of effort into training for that contest.
Ronnie came in off. Ronnie doubted himself that night. And I remember being backstage and seeing it, you know, unfold. You know, when you compete at that level, you can kind of sense and see, you get to know people's personalities and their approach and everything. And Ronnie just showed up as a different Ronnie that night.
The night I beat Ronnie, 2006, it was a flash. He knew he was going to lose, and I think he didn't think that until the very end, because he was Ronnie Coleman. He hadn't lost in a very long time.
I thought it was pretty much automatically that I was going to win number 9 because I had won like 8 in a row. So like, you know, you come up, go for number 9 and like, okay, those 8 were, you know, I worked hard for them. So I'm thinking, you know, number 9 just going to be a breeze.
Ronnie was going for 9 and didn't get 9. Jay Cutler beats him.